back everyone to another episode of Mumbles. Today I'm bringing you guys another game review. And the game that we'll be reviewing today is one that recently launched for multiple systems. That game is Moonlighter. Now Moonlighter costs $19.99 and is available, like I said, on multiple consoles. These consoles include Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Steam, which includes both PC and Mac computers. Now today's review is based on the Xbox One version, and all the gameplay footage that comes with it is from the Xbox One version. So what is Moonlighters? Moonlighters is a very simple game. This is a dungeon game mixed with shopkeeping. So basically think of this as a Zelda game, but you're one of the shopkeepers in Zelda. Mumbles, what the heck are you talking about? You mean all I do is sell stuff? Kind of, but there's more to it than that. This is a dungeon crawler slash shop owning game. So basically you go through dungeons, you find stuff, you bring them back to your shop, and you sell them. That is what this game is. So the ultimate goal of the main character in this game is he wants all the glory. He wants to be able to defeat the hardest dungeon in the game. But as you will soon find out, starting out, he doesn't have the equipment, he doesn't have the skills, he's just not ready to do it. No matter how hard he tries, he fails over and over again. So basically what the game designers did was they put this in a world in which, in order to level up and go through these dungeons, you have to work at it as a shopkeeper. So that's what you can expect from Moonlighter. I'll get more into the gameplay and what goes on in this game in the gameplay section. But first off, we need to talk about the graphics, the controls, and the soundtrack. The graphics in this game are really well done. I do like them. There's nothing spectacular about them, but what is there is really, really good in my opinion. I just kind of like the way that these graphics look. I don't know, it's just me. Soundtrack-wise, this game has some nice soundtrack music to it. I mean, again, nothing spectacular, but just nice, solid music. Now, control-wise, the controls in this game actually do work very well, at least for the Xbox One. I can't say for other systems, but for the Xbox One, the controls work great. You have a dodge, you have a shield button, you have a sword button, which you swing your sword, and you can manage your inventory. You've got all different kinds of buttons that do all different kinds of things, but the main thing to know is they all work great, and you won't have any problems using the controls. Very well, very tight, well done controls. Now let's talk about the gameplay. In Moonlighter, basically, as I said, you take control of Will and you're a shopkeeper. So how does that work? Well, it's as simple. In order to manage your shop, you have to have things to sell, right? Right. So where do you get these things to sell? It's just simple, my friends. As you progress in this game, you go into a dungeon. You find stuff. You bring that stuff back, you sell it in your store. But here's the catch. As you're going through these dungeons, you will find, as you progress through them, there'll be a point where things start to get too difficult for you. You're not going to be able to pass that part because you don't have the right gear, you don't have the right stuff. So at that point, you have this thing called a pendant. Now, basically what this pendant does is returns you to the town, and that's it. Now, it does cost some cash to do that, but it returns you to your town so that you don't die, and you can bring the stuff that you have with you back to sell. Then you can use this stuff that you sell to get better stuff and invest in the town and make things better. And when you make things better and you invest in the town, then you can have other people open up new shops. And when they open up these new shops, then you can buy better gear, etc., etc., etc. And so begins the cycle of going through a dungeon, going as far as you can, picking up some items, bringing the items back, selling them, investing in the town or whatever, getting better gear, going back to the dungeon, seeing what you can do, blah, 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 blah. That is basically what this game is. Now, there are some nice added wrinkles to this game, such as certain items that you will find in these dungeons have to have certain things done to them. So maybe it's a cursed item that you have to put it in a certain spot or it will destroy everything in your inventory. There's certain things that do certain different things and you have to be aware of that. There's also the fact that this game actually has like a real life economy in it, in as much as if you grind and get the same item over and over and over. Let's say you get a crystal. You get that crystal over and over and over again. You start selling it and selling it and selling it and selling it. Eventually the price is going to start going down because you flooded the market. So you have to be a good, smart shopkeeper but you also have to be able to make enough money in order to improve yourself. So it's a game of strategy, it's an RPG type game, it is a dungeon crawler, it is a lot of different things, and most of all, it is a really good game. So what are the cons to this game? This game was hard to find cons to. The only thing that I will say is, in the beginning, it does get a little repetitive, and you can get discouraged rather quickly. Monsters are tough in this game, and until you get like way better armor and way better weapons and all that stuff, you're gonna get your butt kicked. There's no doubt about it. So if someone didn't like the shop aspect of things, they're still gonna have to kind of grind through that in order to get these better weapons and do all this other stuff in order to basically beat the game. So in that regard, that is the only real con that I found, was that this game does require some patience as you grind through that stuff in order to start exploring these other dungeons. So really, that's the only con to this game. It's a great little game, guys. I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm so very happy that I got to review it. It's just fantastic, and in fact, I may do some gameplays on it. I won't promise, but I may do some gameplays on it. So now really all that's up to ask is, what is Moonlighter gonna get on our Mumbles review? You know, when a game hits it and hits it right, I believe that it deserves to be rewarded. This is a new kind of game. We've never seen a game where you've kind of taken control of a shopkeeper and had to deal with that, and on the side, oh, by the way, you still have to beat this game by going through dungeons. I love that aspect. And it is for that reason that I'm giving Moonlighters an 8 out of 10. Great job, publishers. I love these unique games like this where they put a new unique spin on it. That deserves to be rewarded. I definitely recommend that you check out this game if you like dungeon games, if you like strategy games, if you like RPG games. Definitely check out this game. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please smack that subscribe button, ring the bell, ring my bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Smack that like button and smack all those buttons. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.